This most likely is the long-awaited Throwback Thursday for The Simpsons. We got freaking Gabbo. It's about time I do Gabbo, and here is Gabbo. So, the sad part is when I first attempt doing this a little bit, the stupid crap I was using, they weren't any help. It looks like the internet is not help whatsoever. So I'm really have to depend on myself, and I am. So here we go. Here we go. So Gabbo was first introduced, and Krusty gets canceled. Gabbo was basically the second show, I guess, quote unquote show to actually go against the community, or basically the audience of kids. Yeah, and it was so popular that it took out Krusty, and Krusty had no choice but to fail. And then he got his special, and his special saved his butt. But anyways, we're really talking about Gabbo. So Gabbo first appeared, and Krusty gets canceled, and Gabbo basically is a ventriloquist dummy, and his right hand man is Arthur. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Arthur. I forgot. Crandall. Yeah, Arthur Crandall. And this guy basically, they first started out, I guess, as performance, and then eventually someone found them and they gave them their own show. But the real question here is the fact of, is Gabbo a possessed ventriloquist dummy? I actually thought he was, because come on, he actually was moving and everything on the intro to the TV show. Not only that, but he said SOBs, and Crandall, or Cranell, I think it might have been Cranell, but yeah, anyways, Arthur doesn't seem like that. Arthur doesn't seem like he's the one that actually would cuss. He seems very sophisticated. And of course, when I was looking through this, only thing that could actually help me out here, it basically said how Arthur might actually have like some disability or some kind of mental illness, and he has like an identity crisis like thing going on, and that's why he basically said, oh, that'll cheer up those SOBs. And well, to me, I basically think that he was a ventriloquist dummy that was possessed, and chances are they most likely had a good story, but they never really ran with it. They just actually just had him there, and then after this episode, he is gone. Well, anyways, so the next episode he shows up in is Bart to the Future, and yeah, I was kind of like, huh? But eventually I came to the point of saying, oh yeah, this is when we get to see Gabbo yet again. And Arthur was able to book a casino. At this point, Gabbo is dead. I mean, if he was possessed, Gabbo is freaking dead. Between these two episodes, Gabbo got beaten the frick up, and now he's in pieces. So you have freaking Arthur instead of, I don't even know how much money they would have got. No idea. But chances are, I bet he had enough money to refix Gabbo, but apparently he didn't. So what happened is that Bart needed in the casino, so he threw Gabbo's dead carcass in the trash, and he hid in Gabbo's trunk. And basically, Arthur opened Gabbo's coffin, quote unquote coffin or case. Bart comes out, and Arthur's like, oh my gosh, Gabbo, you're now a real boy. Which, it kind of brings to the point of saying, yeah, I think there must have been some kind of magical thing that went on. But sadly for us, we never got to have that episode where it explains Gabbo and how he got possessed and all that crap, but whatever. So yeah, that's basically it. That's all about Gabbo. And then Gabbo was in a few other episodes. Homerazzi, which chances are he was just in a picture. All About Lisa, chances are he was either mentioned or something. There was another one, and then there was the one where Krusty had a roast and he was getting beaten the frick up, and he was like, I thought roast was supposed to be funny. I think he might have actually was featured in there as someone sitting in there, but he wasn't really talking or anything. So yeah, that's basically the story of Gabbo, which eventually, of course, yeah, he got a brand new you got a brand new Gabbo, of course. And Gabbo actually did make a cameo in the Simpsons movie, of course. So, for right now, I can't really tell if he was a possessed ventriloquist dummy or not. But I can tell you that the new Gabbo, the Gabbo he has now, is not the same Gabbo. Yeah, I mean, technically, if they go with continuity, then basically, yeah, that Gabbo, the original Gabbo that was possessed, is dead, thrown out by Bart, and this new version of Gabbo is most likely just him. So, that's what I really think, is just the fact of, it's kind of like Slappy the Dummy, if y'all guys know what Goosebumps is. So, yeah, you basically had him, and he did some kind of deal or some kind of crap. But, of course, they didn't really get deep into it to actually make it seem like, oh, so he sold his soul, or, oh, so something, 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 or maybe that's his dead brother or some kind of crap. But for right now, yeah, so that's the freaking thing of Gabbo. Gabbo basically showed up in one episode. He had his own TV show. The TV show got declined. He went back to what he was doing, which is performing on stage, and he went into casino, and then basically he became a very, very minor character. So there you go. Sorry for the long wait, and, well, stay tuned for more. I most likely will do Zutroy, because Zutroy showed up in Simpsons Tap Out, so we're going to have a 2-for-1 sale. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.